Hey everyone, it is Bree. Xavier is here. He's just running around like a crazy person. So as some of you may or may not know, we are here in Edmonton for our Cath. We're a little bit over a year since our last one, so we needed to get here. We did a couple tests yesterday, which was good. So we had our lung perfusion scan in the morning. Then we had our echo, EKG, ultrasound, those sort of things all done. And then we went down to the floor, to the pre-op floor, and they did all of our blood work and stuff. When we were on that floor, we had a mishap with the IV that we were trying to keep for the night, where a piece got taken off, oxygen got in the tube, so we had to take it out, which is very frustrating because they already had poked him twice before, so that was his third poke of the day. So that's 3 sites that are blown, and if you know anything about cardiac kids, every site you blow is kind of like hard because then you can't use it again for a little while. So we were a little upset with that, or I was. The nurses really didn't say anything. Of course, they don't want to admit that they did anything wrong. I understand, but very frustrating for Mom and Xavier. And then we went over to it's like an oiler section. I can't remember the unit. They do ultrasound blood work. So we asked them to put the IV in. So they got a really good site in his arm. And it was able to stay in all night. I flushed it a few times and it was good. So I was happy with that. Then this morning we went in at 6:30 for the rest of our pre-op. And it was super easy. Xavier did really, really well. Dr. Nemi did his procedure, and he worked with Xavier previously with Dr. Avern, and took over the program for him, or Xavier, I guess, the case of Xavier. And he was quite happy with all of Xavier's numbers this time. So we're happy about that. And so they said that his numbers are really, really good. He is able to get a Fontan, which we weren't sure if he was ever going to be able to, but with the numbers being stable, nothing's changed. His lung perfusion looks exactly the same as last time. Any narrowing that there was from previous that they noticed in Cath, so, and it wasn't getting worse, so they just left it. No point in aggravating it and making it worse, or if it hasn't changed, it'll be fine. There was no need for ballooning this time. Everything kind of looks the same. There was no growth in any veins. So he's quite happy. So we left after 4 hours in recovery, which was horrible. We watched a lot of Disney, but they have to have their legs straight, and make sure there's no bleeding at the site. And then you have to walk for a little while, and then they have to make sure you didn't bleed, which is good because he didn't. So we came back here to the hotel, and then we went and got McDonald's for him so he could eat something that he actually likes. And now we're just kind of waiting. We're going to probably sleep over tonight and then maybe head home in the morning. We'll see how he does. Obviously, I don't want to aggravate anything, so but he is 2, so he does not understand rest. But they were happy with his numbers, so I guess in a year and a half we'll be back here in Edmonton, and hopefully we'll be getting the Fontan. So that just means like an MRI, another Cath. They call it a pre-Fontan Cath, so they do all the measurements and stuff that they need to see to make sure the kids can actually handle it. And then when they do the Fontan, they're not going in blind. They did something similar when we did the Glen. Didn't have true numbers when we did the Glen. Set us back a little bit, so that's why he's okay with waiting until Xavier gets a little bit older, bigger, and they can really get a good hold on everything. So yeah, overall we did really good. I was worried for no reason. Our surgeon was great. I'm really happy. We had the same anesthesiologist we had last time, so that was great. It's nice to get a little rapport with your team. So yeah, overall we did really good, and we are happy to be going home and seeing everyone again. So thank you everyone for your thoughts and prayers and well wishes. But yeah, we'll talk to you again soon.